a brand new production.
This is Tiffany Monae, and I'm checking in with Main Man J-Man at U The Podcast.
Just like that, we back with another episode of U The Podcast. I am your host, Main Man J-Man. And again, we got another good episode here for you. I got another Jacksonville-owned, entrepreneur, cosmetologist, Tiffany Monae. Say what's up to the ladies.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you coming by.
Thank
coming
you.
blessing the set. We're gonna jump right into things how we always do. So you do have your cosmetologist along with what else?
Yes, I am a licensed cosmetologist.
Okay.
I am also the owner of Glam Hair Studio, which is on Jacksonville South Side, 1906 Parental Home Road.
You hear that? Okay. So and you also did you're an educator as well.
Yes, I am an educator. I am an entrepreneur. I am a platform artist, and I do some celebrity styling on the side.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what we like to bring here to bring you, let you know we got, it's here, for the take, and everybody got something going. So, and that's what we want to do, put people like yourself out and let the world know that, it's people coming out of Jacksonville that's doing things. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
we, how many years of experience would you say you got in the hair industry?
Well, it's kind of a God-given talent. I've
Okay.
always known I could do a little something,
Mhm.
but I did decide to take it serious in 2009, so I'm coming up almost 10 years.
Okay, that's what's up. So what would you say, some of the services or styles that you provide or offer?
The services that I do provide is basic hair care. Hair care. I don't have one particular thing that I like to do. Pretty well-rounded.
Okay.
I love hair cutting, hair color,
Okay.
extensions, braiding,
You name it.
a little bit of it all.
Little.
There's not much that I would turn down
Okay.
unless it's something that I just have never heard of, or it's
Okay.
something that I just don't like to do.
Right. I definitely understand that. So, speaking of styles, what would you say some, trending styles right now that you come across in the shop these days?
A little bit of everything. Trends come and go. So braiding, of course, is always there. Extensions, the hot hair colors, the more vivid colors, those are really popular. And funny, a trend right now, which is not new, but a lot of the younger and older ladies want finger waves, and that's something that, of course, have been around from the 20s.
Yeah, I've been
So
seeing them all
it
the
comes
time.
around, and over the last few months, we've had every week.
Someone wants some finger
They
wave.
want the finger waves.
You hear that?
They
It's
want
back.
them. It's
The
back.
finger wave is back. It's okay to go get it, ladies.
Yes, it's definitely trending, and like I say, with the hair colors, you can. I think now with hair coloring, it's more accepted in like corporate America and those conservative jobs where you can actually get those splashes of purple, pinks, blues, yellows.
Right, and it's
things
okay.
like
And they
that.
ain't finna send you home and say take that out.
No, not most jobs, but there are still some. But
Limitations.
we're able to do some peekaboos here and there.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. So what, speaking of that, what would you say as far as being a stylist? What would you say some do's and don'ts is for up and coming stylists?
So, you guys listen up. Stylists, clients, there are just some things that we love for you to do and we don't want you to do. But I think that now, instead of being someone that, as most people would say, she just do hair, you really want to take hold of your craft. So if you're a stylist, licensed, continue your education. Don't just go to 1 or 2 hair shows a year. There are so many classes that can keep you on your toes and keep you up to date with those trends, keep you up to date with hair care. As much as I love my frontals and my closures, if they're not done properly, it can take your hair out. And when your hair comes out, the clients come to me.
Yeah.
Because they know I'm going to grow it back. So a lot of the do's as far as a stylist, I would definitely say, one, stay on your toes. Continue your education. Come to work on time. I hear a lot of clients say, well, my stylist is always late. Come to work on time, stylist.
You hear that? Be on time.
And if you're a stylist, look like a stylist. You want to have your hair done. You want to have your makeup done. Because ultimately, the client is coming to you because they like how you look and they like what you do.
Exactly.
So that would be a thing that I would say, is important.
Exactly.
And just being professional. Be professional. That's like the main thing.
Definitely.
And you'll always attract the type of clients you want by just being professional, coming to work on time, and being knowledgeable in what you do.
Exactly. You can't ask for much more when somebody dealing with your hair. You know what I mean?
It's very important.
That's very important, especially with, women of color.
Yes.
In our culture, they ain't playing about your hair.
Your hair is your crown.
Right.
Like, we take pride in that. So you just can't half step. You can't half step with your hair.
And that's a nice segue into, my next question. Like what's the importance of healthy hair? Like you said, when, these sew-ins take out these people's hair and you gotta grow it back, like how do you get that done? Like,
Healthy hair starts from within. So what you eat, what you drink, do you take vitamins, all that good stuff plays a factor into what we do with our hair. Of course, we always see the outside. Oh, relaxer took my hair out. Oh, not necessarily. It's the application. It's how you put it in, how long you leave it on. We don't follow the manufacturer's directions. We got to look on that box. If it says 12 minutes, 15 minutes, don't leave it on 30.
Right.
Or I don't feel like my hair is straight enough. It really shouldn't be bone straight. So there are a lot of things that play into a factor in healthy hair. Multivitamins. A lot of women, we don't take our multivitamins. A good one a day, something that has biotin in it. That's going to help with your healthy hair. And then, choosing styles that fit your hair texture and your hair type. So if your hair is very soft or thin, you don't want to put a heavy braiding style on there because that's a lot of tension. So healthy hair is basically you're choosing your lifestyle. So, we can say, oh, well, we want to lose weight, but if we're eating a lot of fried chicken, we're not going to lose that weight. Then it's the same thing with your hair. Red meats, oils, all of those things comes out of your hair. When we think of what do they do when they test your DNA?
Pull the hair off.
Pull your hair.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Everything is in your hair. So whatever you put into your body is going to come out of your hair. So, you want to just make sure that you're doing the right things.
Okay. That's what's up, man. I ain't know, to the normal person, you wouldn't think that it can get that deep when it comes to...
It really does get that deep. So, as a cosmetologist, like, you really have to know your stuff.
Exactly.
There are a lot of people that have that natural talent, but what makes a stylist here versus here is not all about popularity. It's about what you do with that person in the chair, because every person is different. You may have someone who, as they say, has good hair. To me, good hair is a healthy, full head of hair. No thinning spots. It's lustrous. It's not dry. It's not breaking. A lot of times curly hair can be very unruly. So to what some may say, oh, that's good hair, but when you're limited on your styling, you don't know what products to use. All of those things matter.
Right. And everything matters as well as the hair that's going into these hairs that you're doing. So explain the quality. I hear bundles all the time up and down my timeline on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Bundles? Yes, bundles are definitely a big thing now. So a lot of times, my clients that are looking for hair, we sell hair at our salon. We sell the hair because we want to make sure that they have good quality. So bundles, everyone wants 7A, 8A, 9A, 10A. I say it like this. I don't care what number it is. As long as that hair has a shine to it, not too shiny, because you don't want them to have a silicone base. The curl pattern, once you wet it, if it goes back to its natural state, and if you're able to curl it. If it does all those things that you want it to be and want it to do, then to me that's a good quality bundle. I don't care what number they say, because sometimes for my bobs I may want to use straight 7A hair. Or my curly hair I may decide, as they say, 9A or yellow wrap. black wrap, silver wrap. It's so many things. It just depends on your vendor.
So is this like the name, or is this?
It's just how you identify the strands. So some people want double drawn, or they like their wefts thin or thick when they want to apply for a sew-in. I always say if it doesn't tangle when you run your hands through it, if you wet it and it goes back to a nice curl pattern. If it's not too dark, because if it's too dark, then you know they've processed it with color. That's not a hair that you would be able to lift or get a blonde or a blue. Okay. So you just kind of have to know what you're looking for.
Okay. So how long would you say when you put, they spending all this hundreds of dollars on this type of hair, how long would you say like a good sew-in would last into a woman's hair?
Okay. So for me, I know that clients like to They spend the money, so it's an investment. I don't recommend anything longer than 8 to 10 weeks, which is about 2.5 months. But in that time, you still need to treat the hair underneath. I don't care how tight, how firm, my sewing isn't going anywhere. I still, as a client, like, hey, I need to see you every 3 weeks. So I know that in between that time, you don't have to take it out, but I'm going to treat your scalp underneath, and then we'll keep it in. So you can keep it in about, like, say, 2 months. And then if you're using quality bundles, we take it out and then we reinstall it. If the bundles are really, really good, I say use them anywhere from 4 to 8 times. And if you're on a regular schedule, if you like to wear sew-ins, that should get you 1 to 2 years of wear. So even though you may invest, typically the average client spends about $475.
For the hair.
For the hair.
By itself.
Yes.
You hear that, fellas?
Yes, it's not cheap, but you can use it for up to 2 years. So versus you spending $50 every 2 weeks, you make that investment. If it's good quality, it'll last you. And then you just keep reusing it. Then once it get older, if you want to cut it, color it, things like that, then you can do that. If like I say, if it's good quality and it's the same texture that you want. But good hair is not cheap.
I see.
And sometimes cheap hair is not good.
I mean, I didn't know that it can last that long with the top quality hair. I mean, I see why they paying $475 now, so it make a little sense now to.
You do have where you can get them from AliExpress and Alibaba and all these different online vendors. Of course, they have the names Peruvian, Indian, Malaysian, and that's just how they identify the textures. It doesn't come from Peru. It doesn't come from Malaysia. And if you are getting Indian hair, it's going to be a higher brand. So we do have a lower quality. Well, it's not a lower quality. It's more of a standard brand that we sell. And then we have a more higher collection, which would be our raw and our Indian hair. So you'll definitely pay more for that, but it'll definitely last you way longer too.
Right. And I definitely understand. Now that you break it down that way, I have a full grasp of what they go through.
When I got into selling hair, I thought, okay, I like this vendor, I'm gonna order. But if you don't know the questions to ask your vendors, like literally, I created my own self a book. So I have questions like, when I wet it, does it revert back? How well does it color? Like the different, of course, levels when you get into chemistry and hair color, you have to know those things. Is it double drawn? Is it single drawn? Is it processed? Is it unprocessed? Is it curly, wavy, body wave, loose wave, paradise wave, water wave? It's so many different textures. So you really have to understand. And I'm just not a type of person that'll just sell you anything. So when I handpick it, I video, they call me and I'm up all times of night because of course in another country
on different times.
Yes, so you want that quality, and they'll send me different updates, and I tell them what I need. They make it, and there you have it.
There you have it. So you know where to go get your bundles when you need to go get right. You know where to get it put in. You can get it directly from the source. And with that being said, what I hear you say, platform artists. What would you say the difference is between a platform artist for people who don't know, and some, just working in the shop?
So the great thing about being a hairstylist or a barber or a cosmetologist or whatever you want to call the title in the beauty industry, you don't have to just stand behind the chair. For me, I love being behind the chair because that's my bread and butter.
Right.
But sometimes it gets boring because if you have a regular clientele that are coming every week, those are the same people and they get the same thing every week.
Right.
So, you have your different levels. You have your stylists that are just behind the chair. You have educators who are platform artists as well. So we go out to different schools. We do hair shows. We do events and classes. And basically you can work for yourself or a company or a quote unquote styling team as a platform artist. So depending on where you are with the team, you may not always be first chair or second chair, which just means you works on stage. You can work behind the scenes prepping. So that's money in addition to. So you want to be knowledgeable in whatever company that you work for.
So these are all like the the people who are doing the shows at the Bronner Brothers.
So like if you go to Bronner Brothers or you go to Premiere, those people, with the headphones on and they're styling on chairs. They go through trainings all year
They
to
let
prep.
serious up though.
Listen, it's a serious job. I started platforming 2 years into me being a professional stylist, a licensed stylist. And I didn't know what a platform artist was. I had been following, shout out to Team Hollywood, Patrick Bradley.
Team Hollywood.
I had been following Patrick Bradley online, and I didn't know that it was an audition. Me not following directions, I was just so excited. I thought he was having a class.
Right.
And I went up there, and they're like, no, these are actually auditions. This is for a platform artist. And I'm like, okay. So they call you in, ask your name, where you're from, and then they look at you and say, name all of my DVDs and my shampoos. And I'm like, so let me get back with you on that.
Right.
But there are other tasks. So they want to see how you work well as a team, how you cut, can you freestyle, can you freehand, all those different things. So even though I didn't know the products and none of that, I just knew that when I saw him at a show, I love what he did. So I made it. I was with them for like 2 years, and then I just, explored different companies and other options. But I definitely think working with that particular team set the bar for me wanting to work with other companies.
Okay, that's what's up. I didn't know it was such a, a drilling
Listen, those
process.
are the best of the best. So when you see those people at those shows, like they really have to, sometimes you're handpicked and sometimes you can audition. So hair is different. Okay. Example, everyone watches TV. Someone has to do their hair.
Right.
So, like I say, behind the chair, platform artist, educator, set work, joining a union. You have different companies that you can work for to do those jobs.
So again, like I said, definitely, it's a lot of information. I was not thinking that it, when you see the women in the after the product is done, and you just seeing them go on a day-to-day basis, you don't think all this has to go into.
Listen, it's a lot. Like sometimes people like, you're so busy. They really don't understand. Like from the time I get into the salon at 8:45 until whatever time I leave, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, I'm literally moving. It's nonstop. I do have a little bit slower days, but when I'm at work behind a chair, I need somebody in my chair every hour.
Right.
And so to keep my momentum without getting bored, right now I'm a part of an organization called the Legion of Glam, and that's headed by Terrence Davidson, the legendary hair king. So Terrence Davidson has done so many celebrities: Patti LaBelle, Trina, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Hudson, the Medea Boo movie with the wigs, all of that. So I'm so grateful to be a part of his team because when I leave work, we do our team trainings, we do our retreats, we do hair shows, we work together. If he's not available and he's like, hey, I have Tamar here, she has dancers, we need people in this city, this state, then I'm traveling on the weekend. So hair can lead you to so many different places. Like my whole hair squad that's not even local, I do have a lot of hair family brothers and sisters that are here, but my weekends I love being with them because you have people from all over. And I don't want people to think that hairstyling is something that's just you're doing hair. It's so much.
Right.
And
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Right.
And your income, nobody can tell you how much you can make.
Exactly.
So you can, as long as you can go, you can stack.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So with that being said, again, let them know what the location of the
So,
shop is.
Glam Hair Studio, 1906 Parental Home Road, Jacksonville, Florida, South Side.
Okay.
Phone number 904-527-1201. You can find us on Facebook at Glam Hair Studio, as well as Instagram, Glam Hair Studio. My personal Instagram is I am Tiffany Monae. So you can find us all over the internet by just hitting Glam Hair Studio or Tiffany Monae.
Alrighty, so just like that, we wrapping up things, man. Again, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and soaking up all this game. That when I talk to a young lady, I can say I know something about your hair now. So with that being said, again, thank you again. If you're just new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you already been watching and following us, man, thank you again for the support. And again, thanks for viewing Brand U The Podcast.